everyone, and welcome back to Hannah's Happy Home. In today's video, I'm going to be taking you along over the next 2 days as I work on some things here around the house. But before we get started, I want to say thank you to the RTA store for sponsoring this portion of today's video. The RTA store is the premium place to buy cabinets online. They are a family-run business that specializes in ready-to-assemble and pre-assembled kitchen cabinets. They've got free online kitchen and room design, real personal designers, top styles and trends, the lowest price promised, and full-size sample doors. And I did get 3 different sample doors from them. I love that you can get sample doors like this so that you can actually feel and see what your cabinet doors will look like before you order them online. If you've been watching my channel this past year, you know that we renovated a flip house and built an entire kitchen with ready-to-assemble kitchen cabinets, and we saved so much money going that route, and we ended up with an amazing high-quality kitchen. And I got quite a few questions from you guys about different places you can order ready-to-assemble cabinets, so I'm excited to be sharing the RTA store with you today. They are an amazing option for ready-to-assemble and pre-assembled cabinets. So if you've got some home projects in the works this year and you're needing some cabinets, definitely go and check them out. I'll have their link down below this video in the description box. And thank you to the RTA store for sponsoring that portion of today's video. So now let's go ahead and get started with today's video. I'm going to be starting off with the painting project I've been wanting to do in our entryway laundry room area. So here is what this little entryway space looks like before we get started. Back when we were in the midst of completely renovating our house, we made this little entryway space here with these boards on the wall. We painted it all white, added the hooks, built this floating bench with the baskets and this tile on the floor, and we really love this space. It's been so nice over the last few years, but lately I've just really been wanting to paint this a bit of a darker color just so it's more of an accent in this room. Right now the white just kind of blends in with everything else in this room, and I would like this little entryway space to stand out a bit more. So the first step was to get everything taped. I removed those hooks and then I went and picked out a paint color. I just grabbed one that we already had on hand. This was a leftover paint that I had mixed up myself, and I think this is the same color that I used on the island at the flip house. I'm starting off with a brush to paint all of the edges, and then I'll get my small roller to roll the insides and then also these boards. And if you want to see exactly how we made this, I will link the video down below where we take you step by step through this whole process of making this entryway space. This has been such a great addition to this laundry room. We hang up coats and hats. I hang my purse up here sometimes, and the bench is just great for either sitting on to put on your shoes or just a place to put things, returns that you have to take back to town, or mail, or just different things that you need a spot to drop them at when people come over. They can set their purse here and different things. And then in the baskets under the bench we keep some shoes. I have all of the boys' shoes in those baskets, and it's just a convenient spot to have them here by the back door. So to roll on this paint, I'm using a foam roller. A foam roller is the best way to get a smooth finish aside from just spraying it. I was using a new camera to film this video. I feel like you can tell the most difference at the beginning of the video, but let me know down in the comments if you noticed a difference, an improvement. The new camera is quite a bit larger than my old one, so it's a bit of an adjustment, but I think I'll be able to put out a lot higher quality content. Still trying to figure it all out, but hopefully you can notice a little bit of a difference in the quality. So I painted on that first coat of paint. I let that dry, and then I was noticing that I was probably going to have to do a second coat. So I did a quick second coat of paint, and then I went and made us some lunch while I was waiting for that to dry. Once it was all completely dry, I could put the hooks back on, put the light switch cover back on here, and then I did actually touch up the stain on the bench a little bit, because when we had originally done this project and I stained this bench, I didn't end up putting a sealer on the bench, which was a big mistake. I was still learning, and so some of that stain had worn off in the back, and so I just touched it up a little bit, and then I made sure to put on a good coat of sealer. Once I had touched up the stain, I let it dry for the rest of the afternoon while I went and took down the Christmas decorations, did a little bit of cleaning, which you'll see that footage here in a couple of minutes, but I wanted to just go ahead and cut to the footage of me putting on the sealer and show you this finished space before we went and worked on something else. So I painted on this sealer later that afternoon. It was more so in the evening, and then I let that dry overnight, and now here the next morning you are getting to see the finished space. I put the plant back up here on the bench. I have loved this plant. The lady at the nursery had told me that this was a very hardy plant, that you only had to water maybe once a month. It didn't need much sunlight, and she was very correct. I hadn't watered this plant in almost 2 months and it still looked amazing, so would really recommend it. So here is what this space looked like before, and now here is after with this darker color. Just so crazy what a difference just a coat of paint can make. This is so much more of an accent in this room. It made this space almost a little bit cozier, and we just love how it turned out. Okay, now it's time to take down the Christmas decor, and I was showing you an up close of the tree because you can see that the bottom portion is kind of empty, and that's about up as tall as Levi is. It was his favorite thing to just take the decorations off the bottom of the tree. That's why I don't have any breakable decorations around the bottom portion of the tree, but he would take those off, put them out on the floor, and then when they would get stuck back on the tree by either us or the kids, they were just randomly stuck up higher. There was like bunches of ornaments on different parts of the tree, and it was just looking a little bit crazy on the tree, but it was kind of sad to take all of this down. I almost just left the tree up until February and some of the decorations because it's so cozy during these colder months, and I love the soft glow that the lights give. And when I started taking down the decor on this day, I thought, well, maybe I'll just take down the tree and maybe what's on the mantle and then just put the rest away later. But once I got started, I just kept on going. I was like, while I have these Christmas bins out, I'm just going to take everything down, get them packed away so I don't have to get the bins back out again. I did leave a few of the trees in the kitchen just for like some winter decor, but everything else I just ended up taking down and packing away. Once the Christmas decor was gone from the living room, I rearranged the couches a little bit. I am planning to do a bit of a living room makeover here, hopefully in the next month or so. This space is really looking empty and is just in need of a refresh. I want to make this into more of a cozy family room for us. So I've been working on planning that over the last few weeks and putting together a mood board. So hopefully I can get that accomplished and start working on that next month. But here I'm just continuing to take down the Christmas decor. I got this tree put back in the dining room. This is a faux fiddly fig tree. And then took some of the Christmas decor out of the kitchen. I did leave a few of the little trees and some greenery up on that top shelf just for some winter decor. And I do want to maybe add some battery operated twinkle lights up on the top shelf in the kitchen with those trees. That will just make a nice glow in the evening. On the other side of those curtains is the project we've been working on, which is to turn that screened-in porch into hopefully my office. And the other week I shared on my Instagram that the concrete did get poured in that room and now it is up level with the house. And in the next update about that room, you will get to see all of the footage of the concrete and everything, and hopefully the walls will be getting built in that episode and the windows installed. Our windows should be here in about 2 weeks. So stay tuned. Probably next month we should have an update on that room. Now that all the Christmas decor is put away, I'm going to do a little bit of decorating, not too much though, just because like I said, I am working on that living room makeover. So I'm going to wait until I have that mood board finalized and I know what all I'm going to be doing in here before I add a bunch of decor. But I had this tiered black metal planter that I used to have over on the wall where the Christmas tree was, and I thought this little wall right here beside the piano would be the perfect spot for this. So I got that hung up there and I really love how this looks. This is a great spot for this and just adds a little bit of something extra to the space. Last thing I'm going to do inside is to just quickly vacuum the carpet and the floor here. There was some pieces from the Christmas tree and things on the floor, so just quickly getting that vacuumed up, and then I'll be heading outside to work on the last thing that I wanted to get done, which was to stain this wood out here on our patio. When we did the little makeover on this patio, I stained the other side of the boards on the inside of the patio this darker stain color, but I never got to staining the outside of the boards. So I'm working on that today. I did the other side of this wall a few days ago, and now on this day I was trying to get all of this finished up, and then once it dried I could put on a sealer. This is a semi-transparent color stain in the color dark walnut. I hope you enjoyed today's video, just getting to come along on 2 different days as I worked on getting some stuff done around the house. Next week, I'm hoping to start on deep cleaning the entire house. Not only did I want to start off the year with a decluttered house, which we worked on a few weeks ago, decluttering and organizing the entire house, but now I want to start off the year with a clean house, and my house is in desperate need of a good deep cleaning. So I'm going to take a couple days next week and work on that. I'll be filming it, so stay tuned for that video. And also would love for you to let me know down in the comments what types of videos you would like to see here on my channel in the coming year. I've got a lot planned out for this year, but I also love to hear from you guys about what your favorite things are to see on my channel, or what you wish that I would film, or that you wish I would film more of. I asked this over on my Instagram, but I also want to ask it here as well. So let me know down in the comments, and thank you all so much for watching. I'm going to end this day with a run out on the trails. This is something I've been trying to do at least Monday through Friday, is go out for a run or a bike ride in the evening, and the weather has just been so beautiful lately, so trying to enjoy that as much as possible. And I wanted to take a few clips here to share this beautiful evening with you, and I will see you next week with a new video. Bye!